makes sense.
Yeah. What I've learned about money is that God will provide. That's number one. God will provide money for you to do what you need to do. He does promise to meet all your needs. And if money is the particular need in your context, there's nothing wrong with having money. Like my pastor always says, there's nothing wrong with having money. It's a problem when money has you. Because when people talk about God and money, they get weird. Jesus showed us that he cares about even the taxes we have to pay. He was like, yo, open up the fish's mouth. Even when he was pursuing Peter, he let him know, yo, I know you got this situation on your hands. I'm going to teach you how to fish. Or in other words, I'm going to teach you that if need be, I can give you the catch of your life that'll change your business altogether. But what I'm learning is there was always something they had to do to go find. Like, I've learned that you have to go after. You have to go look. You have to go find. You have to go seek. And then you got to be creative. Like, you got to earn it. Or you could be vulnerable and you can ask for it. But you need money. That's just lay that down. You need money. It's a personal situation you're providing me with, but if you need to pick up a job or a gig, like you said, it's your job to get the money. You see what I'm saying? Or in other words, it's your job to cast the net. You in business, a part of being a business owner is you have to consider funding. That's just the name of the game. And so it's either you're having a business that meets a need or provides a demanding service, meaning like there's a demand for your service. I think the answer is if you don't have a business that has a demand on the service, or just meets a need that is just bringing in that much cash flow, then you need to consider what can you also be doing to fund the business you do if you know it's not something that you can have guaranteed clients all the time. There's going to be seasons. Like they say, there's certain businesses that don't never go out of business. If that's not your setup, then you have to consider, again, in just your business model, how am I going to fund this work? It just, you have to be real with yourself and ask yourself, okay, with this service I'm providing, is this something that I can say is going to have this super crazy demand? You have to be realistic. Like, you have to know, do people really want this? And not feed into your excitement just because it's your business. You think it's just supposed to pop off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have multiple competitors. You're going to have, like, everybody needs gas, period. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to go get your gas. Like it's, I don't know why I thought about that, but it's like, that's a need that, you know, it's like, yeah, they're going to bring in a certain amount of money because everybody needs it. Food places and stuff like that. Like, this is, so if you're going to be, there's going to be seasons where you may not have a lot of clients. There's going to be seasons where you may have a lot of clients. But if it's not guaranteed, then I definitely would consider, you know, I don't want to give advice, but that's what I would say. That like you're saying, you don't, if God calls you to do it, but you got to go get the money. It's like, that's it. You just got to go get the money. However that looks for you, you know, and still being integral, like, you can ask for help or you can get a job. But you don't want to be in a position where you're relying on people's help, because even that's not concrete. But the good news is God will provide for you. But sometimes his provision may be, you know, him leading you to make a connection, him leading you to pick up another job, him leading you with opportunities. And then there's ways, you know, to continue to promote your business so that people know about it. But again, if what you're doing isn't something that you know people are going to need all the time, then you definitely should have a backup plan or a plan in place that even if your business isn't thriving, you'll be good. Because the reality is the business doesn't just have to live, you do. Like, you still exist and you need to eat, sleep. There's other bills and stuff you got to pay for. And so, you know, I wouldn't say it's wise to have a business that isn't like a serious need, that's like on high demand, and not having something in place to keep a cash flow. Does that answer the question? Yeah, like it's like, again, back to the other video, there's nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5. Like, cause I know people that won't go pick up a job. I've done so many jobs. I still have to work. I work like crazy. But the good news is we won't have to work no more when we cross over. So that's great news.